What's up, big space? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys my most anticipated 2025 new releases. We're gonna go in order from month to month, from January up until, I want to say my books stop at June. I feel like mine stop at June. Yeah, mine stop at June. So if it's any other books that's coming out in 2025 that you would recommend me read, then leave it down in the comments down below, and I'll make sure I have the picture and the date that it comes out on the top of the screen so that you guys can add this to your TBR. I love to do like a list at the end of the year of the books that I'm basically most anticipating reading. I'll put it in there and put it on by date so that I know exactly when it come out, and it can remind me so that when that day comes, to the bookstore I go. Hopefully Books A Million still be open, because I think they're trying to close my Books A Million down here, but they closing the mall, so I don't know. So fingers crossed. Now we're gonna go ahead and get right on into this list. I actually made a bookshelf on my Goodreads, so I think I'm gonna end up switching over to Storygraph or another reading platform, because I heard some crazy stuff on TikTok, but I'm gonna do more research and then I'm gonna decide where I'm gonna switch over to. But the first book on my list is Beg, Borrow, or Steal. It's the third book from When in Rome. I think this is about this sister that's a teacher. I think her brother friend. So it says, Emily Walker hates having her carefully crafted world disrupted by anyone, most of all her legendary nemesis, Jack Bennett. He's the opposite of the wonderful hero she dreamed up in her double life as a romance writer, which is why Emily was perfectly happy when Jack left Rome, Kentucky, mid-school year with his fiance. And the last thing Emily saw coming was Jack returning at the start of the summer after calling off the wedding and ending his relationship. So apparently her nemesis is returning to town, and I feel like, if I'm not mistaken, and he kind of returned, I don't know, maybe it's giving like a backstory of what happened when they was coming up, because they very much was not in high school. She's a teacher. Yeah, I think she was a teacher. She's a second grade teacher. So that book comes out on January the 7th, and I'm excited to read it, because unpopular opinion, I actually enjoyed Practice Make Perfect more than I actually enjoyed When in Rome. And I know a lot of people actually enjoy When in Rome more, but reading about Annie and the bodyguard, whatever his name is, because I'm bad with names, I enjoyed that. But anywho, the next book is Onyx Storm. It's the third book in the what is it, Fourth Wing series, and we love some Zaid. I think that's his name, Zaid and Violet. Y'all, my name, I'm so bad with names, but trust me when I say I love the book. I read Iron Flame, I think this year, it came out this year, and I'm excited for Onyx Storm. It comes out January the 21st. I think they're doing a midnight book release. I went to the midnight book release for Flaming Shadow, so we might go to the one for this one as well. So let me see what day that falls on so that I can know to take off. Or do I have to take off? Yeah, I'm gonna have to take off, because, well, I ain't gonna have to take off. I'm kind of sad. I don't know. We might have to miss it, or I might take off. The fact that it saved it in my calendar as well is so cool. But anyways, I just noticed that. But that comes out on the 21st. We might go to the midnight book release. We might not. I don't know yet. I'll let you guys know when that comes. Or you guys just, if TikTok is still available, if TikTok is still a thing, and you can go ahead and follow me over on TikTok and you'll see it there. The next one is Out of the Woods by Hannibal and Young. This one, I believe, is about the friend, the friend that was in Out on the Limb with Bo and Win. I think it's about her best friend. let's read the synopsis of this one to see exactly who it is. High school sweethearts Sarah and Caleb Linwood have always been a sure thing. For the past 17 years, they've had each other backs through it all. Through all of life's ups, downs, achievement, losses, stages, and phases. But Sarah has begun to wonder, who is she without her other half? When she decided to take on a project of her own, a fundraising gala in memories of her late mother, Sarah wants nothing more than to prove herself to everyone else that she doesn't need Caleb to succeed. She's still her mother's daughter after all, independent and capable. So she gets basically trying to prove to everyone that she's still capable of doing things without her husband. So I'm excited about that because I want to know their story and see how life is going with them. The next one is Deep End by Ellie Hazelwood. Now, one thing for sure, I love a good Ellie Hazelwood book. I have not read Bride by her yet, but then again, I've heard I heard a lot of mixed opinions about that series or that book. A lot of people like it, a lot of people don't like it. So when I do get around to reading it, I'll let you guys know my thoughts and opinions on that, because one thing for sure, I feel like Ellie Hazelwood writes some good books. Now, this one is a competitive diver and an ace swimmer jump into forbidden waters in this steamy college romance from a New York bestseller of an author. Scarlett is swimming upstream, a junior at Stanford and a student athlete who specializes in platform diving. Scarlett prefers to keep her head down. I can't read. Her head down, concentrating on getting into med school and on recovering from an injury that almost ended her career. She has no time for relationship. At least that's what she's telling herself. So that sounds interesting. Lucas thrives on discipline. It's how he wins gold medals and break records. Complete focus with every stroke. On the surface, Luca and Scarlett have nothing in common until a well-guarded secret slip out and everything changes. I feel like it's gonna be a good book. I feel like this is gonna be an amazing book. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like it's gonna be a good book, and I'm excited. I feel like either you love or hate Ellie Hazelwood's writing, but so far, I think I enjoy every book she wrote. Oh, I haven't even read Not in Love by her either. That's crazy. I read, the only book I didn't like by her at this moment is Love on the Brain. But I love the Love Hypothesis and Love Theoretically. But Love on the Brain, it wasn't for me. I didn't really enjoy that book. So we'll see if I actually like this one. I need to actually read the ones that I haven't read by her, so that I can decide whether or not she is an author that's for me or not. So we're gonna see. The next book is the third book in the Butcher and Blackbird series. It's Scythe and Sparrow. Scythe and Sparrow. I can't tell you who this book is about or which one of these crazy people it's about, because I started Butcher and the Blackbird and then I kind of DNF'd it because I was in a book slump. But we're gonna be reading it again soon. I'm gonna actually dive back into it probably in the next week or two, so that I can actually see if I enjoy this book, because a lot of people say it reminds them of, what is that series? I cannot think of that series where the girl was a serial killer and she was dating this police officer. You guys know the series I'm talking about. A lot of people read that series, love that series. It's like a whole bunch of miniature books in it, like 100 and so pages in that book. Y'all know exactly what book I'm talking about. I feel like everybody read it by now. I read it on Kindle, and they sell it as a little mashup on Amazon. What is the name of that book? Because I actually enjoyed the crap out of it. If I think of it, I'll put it on the screen when I'm editing. But they say that this series reminded them of that book. So it's about two serial killers, and I feel like the second one, Leather and Lark, is about the man in the first book brother. So the next one is First Time Caller by BK Bosom. She wrote the Love Light Form, Casual, Business Casual, Mixed Signal, and in the Weeds. She's the author of that book, and she has a new book coming out called First Time Caller. It's about this guy who, Aiden Valentine, has a secret. He has fallen out of love with love, and he as and as the host of Baltimore Romance Hotline, that's a bit of a problem. But when a young girl calls into the station asking for dating advice for her mom, the interview goes viral, thrusting Aiden in the heartstrings into the limelight. Lucy Stone thought she was doing just fine. She had a good job, an incredible family, a smart, slightly devious kid. But when all of Baltimore suddenly scrutinized her love life, or lack thereof, she began to question if she's happy as she thought she was. So that sounds interesting. Like, they meet online, he's falling out of love with love, and they kind of get thrust in the line. I feel like some fake dating is gonna go on here. I don't know. Who knows? I feel like that's gonna be a good book. And lucky for me, just 2 minutes ago, I received the arc. So we're gonna be reading that very soon. And I'm gonna be telling y'all about that. So yeah, the next book on my list is Wild Side. Y'all, I know this book is fin to eat. Now, I want to say you guys the couple that who haven't, if you haven't read this book, I don't want to say who the couple is in this book, but if you read the first 2 books, they was thoroughly hinted at in those books. And y'all, I feel like fate dating. I think they're gonna get married, a kid involved, because all these books, the series, Elsie Silvers, the what is this called? The Rose Hill series is single father trope. So I'm super excited about this one. Now this one comes out on March the 4th, and I'm super excited. I feel like that's gonna be the best book to come out this year so far. And I feel like on March the 4th is going to be the day that I really need to take off of work, because not only does that come out, Oathbound, the 3rd book in the Legendborn series trilogy, Legendborn, Bloodmark, the 3rd book. And y'all know I love that series. I love the Legendborn. It's like a King Arthur retelling. And I love reading about Bree and her friends and all that stuff. Like, y'all, it is so... I feel like this book took too long to come out. It comes out on March 4th as well. I feel like it just took too long to come out. Like, it should have came out last year, because if I'm not mistaken, Bloodmark came out in 2023. Was it 2023 or was it 2022? Let me see when Bloodmark came out. Yeah, Bloodmark came out in 2022. This coming out in 2025. Like, that is too big of a gap. I feel like I almost forgot about this book until I seen that it popped up on, I don't know. It popped up somewhere. And that's when I was like, oh, it do come out this year. It does come out this year, so I'm excited to read it. Hopefully it's good, since it took that long to come out. The next one is While We're Young by K.L. Walter. She wrote Broken Rule, The Summer of Broken Rules. This one is about 4 teenagers dealing with heartbreak and mending over a course of a epic senior skip day. So, Grace is Everett used to be an inseparable trio before their love life became a tangled mess. For starter, Grace is secretly in love with Everett, who used to go out with Isa, before breaking her heart in an famous freshman year fracture. And oh yeah, no one knows that Isa has been hanging out with James, Grace's brother. And if Grace found out, it could ruin their friendship. God, they got a lot going on. They have a lot going on. She in love with her friend, ex-boyfriend. Her friend is in love with her brother. The ex-boyfriend of the girl broke her heart in freshman. Like, it's a lot going on in this. Now, who is James in love? James, who's certain his sister is up to something, in an epic day that includes racing up the famous rocky steps, taste testing Philly finest cheesesteaks, and even crashing a wedding. Their secrets are bound to collide. Like, what in the heck is going on? I feel like that's gonna be good. That's gonna be really good. I'm ready to read it. I feel like it's gonna be messy but good, but they got a lot going on. Now, Lucy Score is releasing another book called Story of My Life, and it comes out March 13th. A small town rom-com from Lucy Score. Hazel is giving a 1-2 punch when she's forced to move out of her Upper East Side apartment and is given a final warning from her publisher. If she doesn't turn the book by her next deadline, then they're cutting her loose. Hazel rashly decides to leave what's left of her city life behind and impulse buy a house in the rural Pennsylvania, sight unseen. However, it said how better to entertain the loyal readers still has and rediscover her writing mojo. I cannot read this thing. These words on this thing is small as crap. I either got to bring it up to my eyes, but apparently it's this by the rich writer who's having a writer block, and if she don't finish writing her story, then they gonna drop her. So that's what that's about, basically. Now, then we have Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez. Y'all, I know this book is going to be so good. One thing about it, Abby Jimenez is my auto-buy author. Like, anything she published, I'm buying and reading right then and there because I feel like she never misses with her work. Like, literally never misses. Where her book is over here? It's not even over here. It's right here. Like, she never misses with her work, y'all. Like, I really am excited to dive into this. What is this about? It's just for play with the emotion that goes, well, there might be no such thing as a perfect guy, but that's a lot of congestion with them, they're perfect. Anyways, but Xavier Russ become disastrously close, a generous veterinarian giving Greek god vibes, all while cuddling tiny kittens. Immediately, yes. I don't know. I don't want to read that. Y'all, I'm still trying to get over this cold I had for 2 days. But, yeah, I still feel like I started talking too much. My throat started drying out and I can't breathe and all that good stuff. So, I've been sipping on my tea. But, yeah, I'm excited to read that. Then we have Enchantress, which is the second book to Phantasma, and this one is about this girl who goes off to Phantasma to find her sister, and this one is about the actual sister. So I'm excited to read that and see what that's about. The next book is Fearless by Lauren Roberts, third book in the Powerless trio. It's a third book in the Powerless trilogy. Awesome trio. The Powerless trilogy. And the way that Rick was in, I don't know. If I was Kai, I think I'll crash out. I honestly think I'll crash out. If you read it, then you know. But if I was Kai, I think I'll crash out. I'm really excited to read this one. This come out April 8th. That's crazy. Then we have Wild in Wrangle, which is the fourth book in the Rebel Blue Rank series. If I'm not mistaken, who is this one about? Is this about the brother? I feel like this is about the other brother. Because she has two brothers. I feel like this one is about him. And I really am dying to actually hurry up and read the other ones that I haven't read yet. Because so far it's three books out. And this, yeah. Well, I did say it's the fourth. So 3 books out before this one. I read Done and Dusted. I need to read Swift and Saddle and Lost and Lassoed. Lost and Lassoed just recently came out. So we're most definitely going to read that. And then Watch Me. It's a new a new book. I guess it's like 20 years or so after the Shatter Me series. Is it about James? James Anderson has a plan on or half of one. All that matters is he's managed to do what his older brother, the famous Aaron Warner Anderson, never did. Infiltrate Art Island, the last refuge of the reestablishment. Okay, so this is about the little boy. The boy that that didn't know that Aaron Warner was his brother. I'm so excited to be able to see those characters again. If you haven't read excuse me, if you haven't read the Shadow Me series, you really need to dive into it because it's really fast paced and it's really good. It's really good. I have one more book left out of that series, which is Imagine Me. I'm gonna go ahead and finish reading that and end the year off with that series being wrapped up because I don't want to go into 2025 with too many series open. So y'all gonna be getting some videos soon, some reading vlogs soon. The next one is Great Big Life by Emily Henry. Y'all, I love Emily Henry work. She's another one of my auto-buy authors. Her, Kennedy Ryan, Evie Jimenez. Like, I'm ready to read this one. It says, two writers compete for the chance to tell a larger-than-life story of a woman with more than a couple plot twists up her sleeves. It's a dazzling and sweeping new novel from Emily Henry. Alex Scott is an eternal optimist, still dreaming of her big writing break. Hayden Anderson is a Pulitzer Prize winner, human thundercloud, and they both are blossoming little Crescent Island for the same reason. To write a biography of a woman no one has ever seen in years. Okay. So it's about them writing a biography about this lady that ain't nobody ever seen. They signed an NDA. They can't talk, so I don't know. We'll see how that goes. We'll see. The next one is We Will Rewind It Back. It's the 5th book in the Wendy series, y'all. My favorite book out of that series so far has to be The Right Move. I haven't read anything past that. I'm actually reading Caught Up at night when I'm laying in bed. Like, I'm reading it on my Kindle. So I heard Play Along is the next best thing as well. So I'm excited to get to that one. So I'm gonna hurry up and finish Caught Up so I can dive into Play Along and see how it is. But we'll wind it back. I'm excited. I'm excited to read that one. I'm excited to see what that one's about. So I'm gonna go ahead and get through the rest of this series, y'all. What is these police officers doing on this back road? But the next one is One Golden Summer by Carly Fortune, y'all. Her last book, okay. What is it? Meet Me at the Lake. After reading Every Summer After, I was like, oh, this is good. Like this, she's gonna be a great author, auto-buy author. I read Meet Me at the Lake. I was like, we not all the way there. Then she released This Summer Will Be Different. And that saved her because I really was like, I'm ready to give up on her because I was not excited. So I'm excited about this one. Hopefully it is following the same pace as This Summer Will Be Different. The next book it's a love story by Annabelle Monaghan. She wrote what is that y'all, hold on. Nora Goes Off Script. I haven't read that one. It's another book she wrote that I just read this summer romance. And after reading that one, I see the hype behind it. I really want to go back and catch up on her other books. Nora Goes Off Script. Same time next summer. I want to read those, but we're not gonna be reading those anytime soon until the summertime. So probably around spring break. But then again, I'm going to Houston for spring break. So we're gonna go out there and turn up one more time. We went last year for, check out my TikTok if y'all want to see those videos because we turned up real bad that time. So we will see. But It's a Love Story by Annabelle Monaghan. That's another one. And Caught Up. Ooh. It's the second book to Lights Out. This book right here, it's the second book to this one. And if you haven't read this, you need to read it. It's so good. I really enjoyed this book. I enjoyed this book so many times. It's just so funny. Like, he put cameras in her room and she was actually like she found out he put cameras in her room and things started to happen, but he wasn't there and he was watching the camera. And she was like, I need therapy. And he was like, same. And not only that, like, he broke into her house, filmed the video in her room. And then decided to send her some security system because he didn't want it to be easy for somebody else to break in after him. So y'all, that is so good. So I am dying to read Caught Up by this author because I know it's gonna be just as good. I think it's about his cousin Nico. So I'm excited for that one. Then we have Ashley posting Sounds Like Love. I thought The Dream That Billionaire came out. That came out in August. Anyways, we have Sound Like Love by Ashley Poston. Y'all, I love her writing. After reading Dead Romantics and in another one of her books, I actually enjoy her writing so much. Like, I feel like she's another Autobot author for me as well. And last but not least, we have the third book. I think it's Love Arranged. It's the third book in the Lakefront Billionaire series, y'all. Is that the name of that book? Love Arranged? Why is that up there? I think it is. I don't know why it didn't. It'll be on the screen. It's the third book in there. I haven't even read the first two, but I'm excited about the third one because anything Lauren Asher write, I'm here for it. I actually love all her work. So I'm gonna read that soon. I'm gonna read them soon. But I'm gonna go ahead and end today's video because one, I need to shut up because I can't breathe for real now. And I'm gonna go take my medicine and edit these videos. And I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.